Badar Khan Suri, an Indian academic visiting Georgetown University in the United States, recently shared a shocking story. He was arrested suddenly by the US officials and locked up for nearly 2 months, even though there was no criminal charges against him. Suri was taken into custody on March 17, 2025, just outside his home in Virginia. Officers in plain clothes picked him up without explaining much about the reason why they are picking him up. He was then sent all the way to Texas and later on to Louisiana because there wasn't enough space in Virginia's detention center. During that period of time, he says that he was chained at the ankle, wrist, and waist. Let me quote what he said. I felt like I wasn't even human anymore. Now, the reason. Why was he arrested? Well, the US government claimed that he had connection to someone linked to terrorism and said that he was promoting pro-Hamas ideas. But Suri and his lawyers strongly deny all these allegations. They say that he was targeted because of his political views and because his wife is of Palestinian background. His father-in-law once worked in Hamas-led Gaza government, but Suri himself has no criminal record. Suri had come to the US to teach at Georgetown. His subjects, human rights and majoritarianism in South Asia, a topic very relevant to India. He has a PhD in conflict studies and was helping build academic knowledge around majority rights. During his time in the detention, Suri says that the conditions were poor. He said that the faculties were dirty and no one to listen to when he tried to raise any concern. What hurt him the most was being away from his family. He said that my 9-year-old son knew I was gone. He was crying all the time. Finally, a US federal judge, Patricia, ordered his immediate release. She said that detaining anybody like this just for political views or association was a violation of the First Amendment of the US Constitution, which protects free speech. This was a huge win for Suri and for the many people and organizations like ACLU. Now, Suri is out of detention and back with his family in Virginia. But let me tell you, his fight is not over. He still faces deportation proceeding in Texas. Now, this case has sparked a bigger conversation about how immigrants are being treated in the US, specifically under US President Donald Trump's administration. Experts are really worried that basic rights like free speech could be taken away from the migrants, making it easier to detain and deport people without fair trials. Now, from an India's point of view, this case is a serious concern. When an Indian citizen who came to the US for education and teaching is treated like a criminal without any trial, it raises question about how fair and safe the system really is. In the meantime, Indian students also understand that there are certain protocols and rules under the US President Donald Trump which they need to follow if they want to avoid any further deportation or any detention. Let's talk about the key takeaways now. Indian students, academics, and immigrants must stay alert and informed. If it's important for India to speak up when its citizens are mistreated abroad, not just for justice, but to protect the dignity of Indian voices in the global conversation.